Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 7 of Direwolf20's Mechanical Mastery Let's Play series. Last episode we set up this fancy create contraption, which I'm gonna say is working really quite nice. Like, it's pretty compact, I would say, for a create machine, and it works really well. I'm just getting a steady supply of andesite. Like, this dude is just cruising. And making andesite like nobody's business. So we're getting the flint, we're getting the gravel, we're getting the andesite. The flint's obviously being used up as fast as it's being made, but at some point we'll backstuff andesite, and at that point we'll backstuff flint, so that'll be cool. Also, we've got quartz coming in now, which is sweet. And I'm just letting that thing chill. I should probably throw a drawer upgrade on that dude. Maybe a golden one, something like, along those lines. Do I have any more drawer upgrades? I do. Good. Okay, cool. Let's turn you into a gold upgrade. Any more sticks? Oh, would you look at that? Not a problem. There we go. Now we'll have, 128 stacks available of another quartz. That should be enough to hold me over. That should be enough for now, at least. So, with all our create contraptioning complete, I think it's time to move on and start getting ready for this section of the book. So, what's next? It looks like we need to get into coal coke so we can get steel. Optionally, we can jump into the nullifier from thermal and power generation from immersive engineering, but we're doing pretty good on power gen, so I'm not sure if we're going to need to do that. Also, we can make coal coke from the pyrolyzer if we want, instead of using a coke oven. But quest-wise, it's required to get this before we can get this from quests, right? It doesn't look like it... Well, actually, you need steel to make the pyrolyzer, so it looks like you definitely need to get some steel, probably the immersive way, before doing that. Now, in fairness, we can also get steel from an induction smelter for a heavy RF cost, it says. So let's see what that heavy RF cost is. What is that heavy RF cost? 4,000? That's not that heavy. So either induction smelter or blast furnace is how we'll handle making steel. And then that's going to lead into the next tier of mechanical crystal, which will get us a huge amount of EMC, 20,000 EMC per hand in there. And that'll be a nice passive EMC generation. So regular mechanical essence is made in a mixer, right? So we need a mechanical mixer from Create. And we need Invar, the basic mechanical essence, which we've already got automated, steel, and bronze rods. So it looks like we're going to need to automate bronze, turning them into rods, steel, turning it into gears, Invar, turning it into gears, and then basic mechanical essence, which is already automated. And then we mix that in a mixer, and we'll get the regular mechanical essence, which... we'll eventually make that, but multi-servo press it into this dude, right? So that's pretty cool. Oh my, look at this thing. That's gonna be fun. We got a lot of cool stuff. Every time I look at a recipe in this pack, I'm like, ooh, there's some interesting automation coming up in our future. All good. All good. So let's get started today with the coke oven. I think that's like the next major thing for us. So if we do that, we will get the book for immersive engineering, which I know pretty well, so we'll see. Also, I'm not sure what the deal is with this, but in this version of the mod/mod pack, the backpack is totally sorting items that I have memorized. So I don't know what that's about. I also set them to no sort. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. I will put you away and you away. What else do I want to put away for now? That should be good. I have a mechanical mixer, like an extra one, so that's cool. What I should probably do is just make a quick chest. You know what else I'm going to do? Just for my own sanity a little bit. Right here, I'm going to set up an anchor in a 3-block radius. We're just going to say... is it the anvil sound that I'm hearing? Entity... That's it, I think. And that's it, probably. There we go. A little bit more peaceful. That's what I get for building that right next to where I sort of live. Dyer and his sprawling houses. What can I say? I'm not a builder. I'm pretty sure everybody who comes to this channel has figured that out by now. They don't come here like, hey, we want to see what Dyer built today. What beautiful houses and stuff. That's just not how I roll, unfortunately. I wish I was a good builder, honestly, but it's just not in my skill set. Like, and I know everybody's like, you can, but that's why I made building gadgets, and that's why I'm remaking building gadgets, because I want to be able to ask people to make me houses again. So maybe in the 1.20 realm, we'll do some of those build Dyer a house things. Cool. So we've got inventory relatively cleaned up at this point. A few little things to clean up there. We should probably get some better storage going on, but I'm just going to keep plugging along until my current storage system fails me, which we're probably close to. All right, so the coke oven is going to need some andesite alloy, along with bricks and clay. Do we have any extra bricks? We kind of don't, but I can get some. Pop that guy in there. Part of me thinks I should probably consider getting, you know, we can probably get a little quick augment for this dude. Let's add that back to the list here. We just need Invar, redstone, and glass. That's not that hard. We might even have some of that already. We have a few Invar. Get more Invar. Redstone. That low on sand? I guess we're that low on sand. Now I'm just gonna borrow one of these dudes. Thank you. There's some glass. I knew I had some around here somewhere. I'll tell you what, speeding up this dude would probably be a good move on my part. Out of curiosity, can we get these guys? Needs lead. Do I have lead yet? I might have lead. And electrum. I know I have silver. I could probably make these if I wanted to, but not a big deal. Okay, and then I'm just going to need a few andesite alloy. So in total, we need 9 sets of these guys. If I'm not mistaken. So that would be 36 of everything. Let's go. There we go. Coke brick. Perfect. So I'm thinking this little island that I stood up over here might be a good place to do immersive, right? Do I want this here? I kind of feel like I want it like one further back. And I kind of feel like I should get more cobble. Good, it remembers the last thing I made, so I don't have to go figuring out what that was. Yeah, I'm going to bump this out one further, and while I'm at it, I might as well bump this one out one further. That should be cool. Let's just make sure no darkness. Good. Goodbye, glass shards. Boom. And that should be a coke oven. Nice. Okay, cool. Concentrated carbon, looking good. Now, we're going to want a healthy amount of coal to go in there, right? Right, because a coke oven, if I want coal coke... Only coal, no charcoal. Just checking. Sometimes you used to be able to put like planks in there and get charcoal out of it, right? Now that thing is a little bit on the slow end. We could speed that up a little bit if we got what is it from immersive? That powered thingy, this guy, the blast furnace preheater. Or is that? That's for blast furnaces, isn't it? Is there a speed up for coal coke? I don't know. I might go the pyrolyzer route, but first we need to get steel and coal coke if I want to go pyrolyzer. We'll see what we decide to do. Okay. And I don't think you can tick accelerate this, because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it's the block in the center that needs to be tick accelerated, like the very center coke oven block, which we don't have access to, because it's hidden behind all the other blocks. So while that's getting ready, should we make the blast oven, or should we go... Let's look at blast oven. It's been a while since we played with those guys, right? So that's going to need just some nether brick and some more brick. We can make that happen. How about half a stack of you and half a stack of you? Good. And then we'll probably want a little bit more of this stuff. That'll do. And if I decide to go the thermal way with things, then so be it. But for now, we'll go this route. So blast oven brick. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy peasy. Now this one I sort of remember having a specific input and output face kind of deal, but that might also be the advanced form of it. Because there's like the standard blast oven and coke oven, and then there's, let's see, tools, simple machines, heavy machinery. Where is the chapter on? There we go. Workbenches and furnaces. I bet that's in here. Right. So the coke oven. There you go. The alloy kiln. The crude blast furnace. That's the one that we just made. And then there's the improved blast furnace. Once we get some steel, we can get a better version of one. And also, you can use the preheaters to heat it up. Okay. So there's some coke oven stuff. Let's get some steel and see how slow this thing is. Pretty sure it's 1-to-1 on coal, coke to steel, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's come back in a minute when this is done. Yeah, so I think it was 1-to-1 on the coke to the steel, so that's cool. And that quest completes steel for us, which is awesome. I think I probably do want a pyrolyzer, considering it at least. Only because it would just be a little bit more compact. And I want to see how fast it is, too. So let me make one of those off camera. We'll be right back. Alright, with the pyrolyzer up and running, let's see how well this dude runs, right? So if I were to throw some coal into him, and I'm also going to borrow my upgrade here, so that you can get lots of powers. Sweet. So that would use, max use is 10 RF, so it's actually not bad RF cost-wise, but how about speed-wise? Say it's on par with the oven, maybe. It might be a little faster, probably courtesy of this guy. So I think we definitely want to use the pyrolyzer here, right? I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah to the pyrolyzer. And I have the extra induction furnace here. I don't need two here, so I can just use this one. Remember I made an extra when I was doing that whole setup? I can just use that, and that should be fine, right? So you can go there. And then what I'll probably wind up doing is making another magmator setup, right? Kind of like I did with this guy, right? Where it was just literally a magmator feeding into a magma crucible. And that would be cool. Yeah. I'm down with that plan. And we'll just see how much we need. Okay. That works for me. So if I did this, I need a new pickaxe. Look at me. I'll hang on to my coal coke for now. And at some point I'll get a better pick. Maybe a dark matter one when I can. Okay. So the plan is, as a reminder, we need to basically take what we have here and expand upon it. right? So how about rather than building over there, we'll save this platform for something else in the future. I'm just going to build like right here-ish. And we'll expand this area to include space for the new stuff that we want to do, right? So I can just like, build out from here-ish. And what we'll do is we'll stop turning these basic mechanical essences into the thing. When we're ready, we'll just transport them into the crafter, the mixer that will do the thing. And then we'll have a create, probably water wheel or something similar. We could even put it underground on that underground platform under there and bring the rotational energy up to do the mixing that we need, right? So let's start planning for exactly what we need to do here, right? So we've got all this done. We're actually at the point now where we want to start making regular mechanical essences, ultimately making this dude, right? In the multi-servo press. Easy peasy. So that regular mechanical essence shouldn't be too bad to make. So we just need Invar, right? We already have you done, so I'm not going to add it to the to-do list. Steel, and then bronze rods. Okay, so we're going to need 3 more multi-servo presses. We're going to need bronze is copper and tin, right? And that's going to be inside of a induction smelter. We're going to need a lot of induction smelters, I feel like. Because if we use induction smelters to make... should we use induction smelters? It is the more efficient way to go, right? To make things. Then we have to do the bonus output thing, but we can handle that. Or we can cactus it to avoid it. That's also a thing, right? So Invar needs iron and nickel. Okay. Steel needs just iron, right? But Invar needs 2 iron and 1 nickel. So we need like 3 iron going on here. And then good, multi-servo press can handle that. And then we're going to need copper and tin, all of which should be... So we're going to need like at least 4, but maybe even 5 of the induction smelters. So let's get like 5 induction smelters, maybe 6 induction smelters. Yeah, let's get 6 induction smelters, and that should be cool. And then we'll do 3 multi-servo presses. And we'll at least get these components together, and then we'll look at doing the whole mixing them in the create mixer after we've got that done. So off camera right now, I'm going to go make, like I said, 6 induction smelters and 3 multi-servo presses. That'll take a hot minute, so I'll be back when it's done. All right, large amounts of crafting later, and we've got everything we need. So let's clean up some of this inventory, which shouldn't be too bad. And I'm going to put away you guys. Don't need you in the inventory at the moment, or you. We're probably going to need some more energy cables, right? And then we're also going to need some more pretty pipes for sure, I would imagine. I would imagine we're going to need more pretty pipes and a lot of the pipe components, but we'll get them all crafted when the time comes. Cool. All right, that should be neat. All right, so let's start with over here. Let's make sure that this area is well lit, too, because we don't want any lighting problems while we're at it. So effectively, we want to branch off from what this thing's doing and take these basic mechanical essences out of this multi-servo press. So this guy's going to be removed from the equation here. So let's do this. Let's just break this guy, right? Like, no more of you. Thank you. And then what we're going to say is, let's grab, do I have like 1 piece of dirt handy? I do now. All right, so you're going to be backstuffing your mechanical essences now, right? Then you're going to dump them into the mixer. So let's like stage where the mixer is going to be. I'm suspecting that could probably just live here, right? I don't see why not, because those go into that thing. Or maybe it'll live here-ish. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But the gist is we can start building around these areas, all the different contraptions that'll make the other mechanics for us, right? So let's start with Invar, right? Invar is going to need nickel plus iron plus, and combine them together. So that's going to be like 3 induction smelters, right? So it's going to be, and if I do this right, I don't need to use pipes, right? Right? In theory, maybe, perhaps. We could still probably use pipes. Yeah, we're probably still going to use most types, to be fair. Only because, and out of curiosity, is Laser IO in the pack? It totally is. Sweet. And recipe-wise, we are... Technically, I could use Laser IO at this point, right? I don't see anything that I can't make right now. Now that I have access to quartz, at least, I could do Laser IO. I'm just saying I could. I might think about it. I might think about Laser IOing it up, because Laser IO can do item filtery things, right? And counting and all that. That would be kind of cool. And we could be a little bit more compact with it. That is true. And it can do energy and items in the same dude. I'm just saying. Should I make some Laser IO? I'm thinking I should make some Laser IO. Thinking I will. I'm thinking I might. Alright, so let's get gold nuggets, clay, quartz, and redstone. Gold nuggets, which I think we have like a ton of right here, right? Yep. Gold nuggets, clay, quartz, redstone, lapis. I'm gonna again craft off camera and be right back. All right, a little bit of off camera crafting later, and we should be cool, right? Yeah, looking pretty good to me. So I've got some of this all taken care of. Let's put this away. Let's put you away. You should be cool. I'm gonna take like half of you and turn you back into nuggets or gold. Yeah, there you go. All right, that looks cleaner, and this can go away now. So I made myself a handful of a couple fluids just to placehold in the card holder, and the energy cards. Should be cool. That should make life a little bit easier for me. I think that would be nice. Yeah, that looks cool. All right, so now let's talk about this guy, right? So we want to have the induction smelter. We're going to want one that's pulling... I'm probably going to stage them here. Yeah, this feels like the right place to do this, right? So you're going to make iron, you're going to make nickel, and then you're going to combine them here into Invar, which will then push into a multi-servo press, which will then push into this guy, probably with Laser IO so we can stock it the right way, right? So you guys will pull. I'm not going to have you out. I'm going to have you output here. Okay. Pull and then output here. And then you're going to probably be a push. Like both can go there, but not pushing or pulling. Or I might have you push right into this guy. We'll see. I could probably just have you push right into this guy. Yeah, so maybe I'll have you do this, right? And then what we can have... Does that sound cool? Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Right? And that will handle my Invar gears, right? The other thing I need to make more of is those basic EMC links. So let me make some more of them off camera. I'll be right back. That's these guys, right? Yeah, with Invar plates. So I need to snag a smidge more Invar. Alright, so the plan is raw nickel, raw iron. I don't think it matters which one is which, right? So then you should start pulling them in automatically. Cool. Yeah, that works. That works pretty good. And I think at our current level of EMC, I don't care about only having, a certain amount stocked. So I think we should be good there. The only thing... You know what I could do? This might actually be the smarter play. Hang on. Let's put this here. Because we don't really care about things, right? So what if I put this like this? Okay, and then the induction smelter for the other induction smelter here. Okay. So you're going to be pulling in from this side, and I want you to push out the back. Okay? You will accept on the back. You're facing this way, so left and right. Okay? And then you... That's an interesting one. Okay. You can push out the back. Another CCL. Okay, weird, interesting. Auto input enabled. Yeah, you should pull in from the left. Oh my goodness, why are you being so weird? The new one. It's a new one on me. Right? So you pull in from the left, you're going to push to the back. Right? You're going to pull in, and you're going to push to the back. And then you will combine and push to the back. Wow, really? And then you will receive and push out this way. Cool. And then that is where you will send your gears, right? And we need the gear die as well, right? And then you're going to be nickel. Cool. Sweet. I guess something filled up the power. I don't know what. I don't know how that filled up RF, but probably my battery, I'm guessing, because I have one of these guys that I made. Okay. That's cool. And then we should be able to tap into this power line for all these guys. I'll probably go do that now. Let's grab you. Okay. And we'll obviously need more power soon, right? We'll obviously need to get, like, you know, lava-based power over here or something to amp all this up. But that'll get things going. Cool. So now you're making that. Okay. I will probably have to handle the nickel and the copper, but we'll do that with drawers again. Yeah, we'll just get a bunch of drawers. Okay, so nickel goes here. Copper goes here. And then you should be pushing to the back, and you should be pushing to the up. Look at you being so weird. I've never seen CCL crashes with thermal machines. That's super weird, isn't it? Right, and then you start pulling in nickel, and then you've got your nickel, and you can auto eject up as well. And now you're making Invar, and don't auto eject yet, because I want to go make a gear die. How do I make those again? 4 Invar plates and a gold gear. Luckily I made a few more Invar. Because we need 2 of these, right? Good to me. So now we've got our gear working dies. You're going to go in here. And you're going to auto-eject. So now your Invar that you're making will automatically go into this guy, and he'll start making Invar gears. Cool? So that is fully automating the Invar gear portion of this recipe. Okay? That should be good. Next up, we want to automate steel gears. So that's going to be What are we going to need to make steel? We need the induction smelter to make the steel itself, plus the gear thing, obviously. But then in addition to that, we're going to need iron, which I'm probably going to make from another induction smelter, and then coal coke, which we're going to need from the pyrolyzer, and coal, which we're going to need. Is there like any tricky pulverizer is probably the way we're going to have to go with coal production, just like we are over here. And what we can do is we can tap into the same drawers, because when we pulverize the coal, we're going to get sulfur and gravel, right? So we can use the same drawer system to tap into that. That would be cool. That would be cool. And we can use pipes for that, right? I don't think there's any other way to get coal. I mean, I could smelt it, obviously, and then you wouldn't get the byproducts. But it's going to be, you know, not great EMC usage, right? It's going to be a little bit wasteful of EMC. We're trying to make an EMC making machine, so we should make it as efficient as possible, because the more efficient we make this machine, the more EMC we get per operation, right? Like, let's not forget that that's an important part of this equation. So I'm thinking pulverizer. So I need to make a pulverizer real quick. I didn't have that ready, so let me go make one. I'll be right back. So what I decided is I'm going to do that crafting of the pulverizer off camera, because it's pretty much wrapping up point. So I'm not going to worry about backstuffing large quantities of nickel and iron at this point, mostly because, like, I've got so much EMC that I don't care, right? If I backstuff a little bit. So we'll come back next episode. We'll get steel gears automated, and then bronze rods should be easy. Bronze rods will be exactly this design, but with the rod and bronze, right? So it'll be just copper and tin, and that's it. So that'll be very easy to do. And then once that's done, we just have to do our create mixer. So we'll probably just throw a water wheel in the basement, and that'll be good to just spin the mixer. Cool. For now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's come back next time and probably have these fully automated by the end of next episode. We'll see. For now, take it easy.